This is a live look at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium in Annapolis. The finishing touches on the season for both of these teams comes in the Military Bowl. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this one. Holly Rowe has the latest.
I can tell you there is a lot of excitement down here on the field. The energy is electric, and it is gorgeous weather here late in the season. The sun is out, and we are looking forward to some good football. As they say, it is perfect football weather. We're going to get great passing, good running conditions here on the field today. I'll keep you posted on how that plays out as the game goes along. Guys, back to you.
Keep that Super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. Gives him the big stiff arm. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Making the adjustment. Taylor wants to throw it. Under pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
And back to the air on second down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, gonna throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman Williams. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
But how about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. It's complete to the left. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short. Yeah. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They'll go with Bothwell. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on fourth down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared, and he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
Taylor wants to throw. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
He's changing the play. Wants to go up top on second down. Left side is West. At the 45 on his way. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw one first. Makes a catch. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And that's a great job finishing the drive. But, man, I got to go back. I love the fourth down call. Being aggressive. First drive of the football game for this offense. They set a tone. They cap it off. They create momentum to start.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Looking outside, it's Clark. Breaks into the open. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Stepping to the right. Fires on the move. Right side, it's Tuggle. Smashes through the tackle. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And the one thing the D coordinator really harped on this week was tackling the catch. They knew this guy was going to get his touches, but they had to get him down and limit the yards after catch. They're not getting it done there. They've got to do a better job in the back end of getting tackles.
They don't need a bunch on second down. Sellers. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Sellers to the air again. Throws for the end zone. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Taylor wants to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, it's picked off. Got some room to run. Past the 30. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The extra point here would tie the game. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Coming out with it, it's Evans. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Changing the routes with his receivers. Fresh center downs going to the air. Fires immediately. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. A fun postseason battle here. Deadlock at the end of the first. Here's a quick check of the stats so far. As we move into the second, let's hope the rest of the game lives up to the early start. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Here's a give to Bothwell. He's got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Taylor wants to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
And right now it looks like there's 12, 13, 14 guys on defense. I mean, last possession you saw him break on the football, get the pick six. Now, another opportunity again. Dialed in, focused, breaks on the football, but that's why he plays defense. Shows you why he's not a receiver, but this defense is dialed in.
Got maybe a yard, third down and 9 coming. And the Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo. On third down, here's Bothwell. He's past the sticks. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack. You know, the entire concept of the play-action fake is to slow down the rush. Didn't work.
No, they didn't bite on it, which was great defense. They didn't bite on it. They knew it wasn't a run. Play pass, continue to get to the quarterback and get the quarterback on the ground.
Hard, and he's got room. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Bulldogs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field and keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
Mississippi State lines up with a first and goal. They'll run it with Bothwell. Defense all over it. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Taylor wants to throw it. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Fielded in the end zone, it's McAllister. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Here's Sellers to throw. Turns out it's Clark. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
He's going to take off. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Sends it back in motion. From the gun on third down, Sellers. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Needed a little more oomph to get it there.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Not a lot of room to field this one. He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Going left, Fluff Bothwell. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration. And they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Taylor wants to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And that's pretty encouraging. Like, this defense needs a shot in the arm, right? Like, 2 possessions, they've given up 2 touchdowns. Like, now they try to be aggressive and go after the deep ball right away. Nice coverage. That's a good start to this drive. You know, 2 bad drives, we flush those, we forget about those. See if this defense can get back on.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Turning it on. The 20. He's at the and he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Slips through the line. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Fresh set of downs going up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Evans. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. We're just about ready to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Sellers.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Sellers from the gun on third down. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down.
Well, they were trying to set up an outbreaking route here on third and long, trying to get a receiver open in space. Just couldn't come away with it, though. Nice job by the defense watching the QB's eyes and swatting it down.
Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Fourth down, Sellers. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. There he goes. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. They'll run it with Bothwell. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Out wide right, it's Evans. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on third and goal, and it did not pay off.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Taylor wants to throw it. He wants it all. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
They give it back to him. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3. On a ground to cover here on third and long. Sellers from the gun on third down. On target over the middle. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Gamecocks are marching down the field. Looking for room. It's Fuller. Oh, he's got some space. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. At the end of 3, and we've got a chance to have a postseason classic on our hands. Let's take a look at the stats so far. Time to see who's going to head into the offseason with a big W as we start the final period. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Right side, it's Sellers. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. And here comes the offense on second down. Motion from the back. Throwing, Sellers. Nice grab in traffic. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Tight end now in motion. Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. Escapes the pressure going right. Not gonna get there. Not gonna get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's fourth down.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like knowing.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Out wide left, it's Sellers. And they'll get the ball back, stopping him short of the first down.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Tells the run, wants to pass. Dumps it off in the flats. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Taylor wants to throw. Finds the tight end. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done all day. And now in a moment where you need it, you got to put it together. Where do they go? Like, who is their go-to guy? What is their go-to play? They've struggled all day, but you can erase all of that with one drive right now.
Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. They'll give it to Fluff. Enough to move the chains. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Goes high to pull it in. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
The Gamecocks spin the first of their 3 timeouts. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. Got a little touchdown, Bulldog! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Love the play call, love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
And the extra point is good. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the move, it's Fuller. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Sellers. Rolls right. He'll pull it down. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Makes the grab, and he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Gets the back moving. Here's Sellers to throw. Still looking to his right. He's taking the deep shot. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Trying to take it back. And the defense finishes things off with a pick, and they'll take home the big gold trophy.
I just love the aggressive nature of this defense and understanding, hey, David, we need 1 play, and this game is over. 1 takeaway finishes it, and they get it with the pick.
Yeah, and you do these situations all the time, right?
And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Throwing, Sellers. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. It's complete. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. The Gamecocks, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Moves the pocket. It's Sellers. He's going to take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. At that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk luck here on second down. Sellers. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 30. The 10. Touchdown Bulldogs. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
Now, I love competitive people. I love competitive.
heads to Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. A neutral site matchup here today with fans from both sides filling the stadium. It's the Florida State Seminoles against the Maryland Terrapins. Holly Rowe joins us now from her ringside vantage point. Holly?
Guys, Coach Mike Norvell told me before the game, he said these kind of matchups are always fun when he's going against a former Nick Saban assistant. As you know, they have a pretty famous text chain of guys who came up under Coach. They have some similarities, but they have some differences. What I do know, it's always a good game when these guys match up. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Holly. And the Terrapins will kick this away to get us going. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks.
These run plays don't look like much, but I'm telling you, they are vital to keep them on schedule, create those short yardage, second and third down opportunities.
Takes the handoff again. He shreds the tackle, refusing to be brought down before gaining first down yardage.
Really solid stuff from this offense here. Quarterback is making good reads. He sees in the RPO, the run-pass option, that the handoff is there. The defense is back. He gives it to his back, and he picks up a nice gain.
Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Pressure is coming. Escapes the pocket. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Oh, no, no, no. Chris, you do not want to see this. This is the opening drive of the game for this offense, and you're taking a huge shot as a quarterback. You've got to get down or get out of bounds. You do not want to see this as a head coach.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Moves out of the pocket. Gets rid of it on the move. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
I tell you, you got to play well on third down. That's the money down for a quarterback. To be honest, Chris, I don't really care what a quarterback does on first and second. He's got to be great in situations. And one of those situations that I think about is third down. Unable to connect here, and now you got a decision to make on fourth.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Physical defending, that one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Really good timing from this secondary. The contact arrives right when the ball arrives, and it's able to dislodge it. Great job from them. Incomplete pass.
They look to throw it here on second down. Here comes the pressure. Grab down the middle. It's Manning. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
I just love to see it, Chris, is when a quarterback stands in there, he knows he's going to get hit, and he still makes a good throw for a completion. That is the toughness and the courage that allows you to be a leader on the sideline. Everybody looking at that quarterback, they know he's willing to stand in there and take one in the chops.
Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down.
For an offense, it's always important to stay ahead of the chains, and that's how you convert on third down. So a nice pickup there for the offense.
Dropping back, it's Washington. Looking for his big tight end. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Tackle's made quickly, but that's a big gain. Ball moves to the 35-yard line.
big completion like that early in the game is huge for the quarterback's confidence. Now you feel like you can do that over and over and over again. This play caller needs to start putting the ball in his hands now. You build the momentum through a completion like that. You got to utilize it. Go back to that well.
It's caught. He's got room. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a 1st and goal.
That is an outstanding job recognizing what the defense is doing. As he sees this blitz, he goes immediately to the back. There's no one left for the back, and he's able to get the line to gain for a 1st down. So the risk-reward of sending this pressure against a quarterback who is seeing it really well, and right now the offense is winning that.
They'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go. No gain makes it 2nd and goal from the 9. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Screen to the receiver in the flat. Touchdown, Maryland. That's how you finish a play.
We can't start any better than that as an offense. You get that ball and you go right down the field for a score. You know, a lot of times these offensive coordinators create scripts the first 10 or 15 plays. They map them out during the week. Well, this one was mapped out perfectly.
And the point after is right down the middle. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. He shreds the tackle.
Well, now this defense is in a perfect situation. You're creating an obvious passing situation for the offense, and you can get these pass rushers going. Get them out on the edge, let them get after the quarterback, and create havoc in the backfield.
Offense trying to find a way to get this drive going. It's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to pass, it's Daniels. On the move now. On the move, looking deep down the right side. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. Brought down to the 18, and suddenly this offense is in the red zone. This offense showing their explosive ability. One huge play, and they're set up in the red zone. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Coming after him. Oh, the defense will knock him down in what's going to be the final play of the period. Maryland has the lead now. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the 2nd period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
This is one of the advantages of playing zone defense is that the eyes of the defender are all over the quarterback. So even though it looks like a completion, he's able to break on the football and create contact to knock it loose.
Incompletion sets up a 3rd down now for this offense. Some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. On the run, he'll let it go. Finds a man to the left, big catch downfield. Touchdown, Seminoles. This quarterback on fire today.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered in this situation. Tight ball game, and they drive the length of the field. Great execution from everyone on the offensive side to go all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And Maryland offense is back out on the field now. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Moved right down the field for a touchdown. Dropping back, it's Washington. Throws to the tight end. Tried to squeeze one in there, but it's incomplete.
No. You can't make that throw as a quarterback. The defense is all over that. The eyes are in the backfield. It's zone coverage. They know exactly where he's looking, and he's staring at his intended target the entire time. That throw has got to go in a different direction.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Offensively, they've got to find a way to run the football with more efficiency. If they're unable to do so, it will be a long day.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Here comes the rush. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Well, Chris, it wasn't technically a pass breakup, but there was nowhere to go if he even caught that. And in fact, I feel like he was even hearing some of the footsteps. You got to understand the drop because the defense was all over.
No punt. Offense still on the field. Going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Well, they told us they were going to be aggressive, but man, this is super aggressive here on offense, going for it on your side of the 50, and this is going to lead directly to a scoring opportunity for the opposition. If you're going to go for it in this situation, you better have something up your sleeve where you know you can convert, but they don't, and the ball's going the other way.
Running with purpose. Defense makes the tackle, but that screen produces a pretty solid gain.
To defend the screen well, the defense, you've got to recognize what's going on right away. I thought that their recognition was just a touch slow, but credit them in the pursuit and getting back on track and making this tackle before the running back can get a first down.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Lets it fly out of the wideout. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. Breaks into the open. Across midfield. Out past the 30. Inside the 10. Takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins. Here's the point after attempt. PAT puts them in front by 7. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. They're going to run it here. Fighting off the defender.
Yeah, Chris, this is exactly what this coaching staff said they wanted to do, was establish the run game, and they've been able to do that. Gains of 5, gains of 6, time and time again. They're doing a great job up front, there's no doubt, and now the entire playbook is going to be at their disposal.
Looking for his big tight end. Oh, and it's incomplete. It was right in his hands, and he dropped it.
This group is just not on the same page right now. The timing, something about this offense seems off, and clearly the quarterback is feeling that.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Back to pass. It's Daniels. He escapes the pocket. Using his legs on the scramble. He goes out of bounds, but they move it near the 40. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. And the Seminoles with 1st and 10 here. They're going to run it. They test the middle and get stuffed. That is just not open for business today.
When we talk with these coaches, they talk about the key for the defensive lineman, in particular in the middle of that line, is block destruction. Look at him get off the block, and he's able to make a play, this time in the backfield.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down.
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, in order to run this defensive front and be successful with it, the 3-4, you've got to have a great nose tackle. Look at the push. He does a great job of getting into the backfield and getting to the quarterback. I tell you what, this guy is a menace in the middle.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going for a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their 1st. Trying to get points here before the half. So the big chunk play has the offense already in field goal range with a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking to scramble. Quick throw to his receiver. And it's incomplete. He dropped the 1st down pass over the middle.
It really comes down to rhythm, Chris, and right now it just doesn't feel like the quarterback is in rhythm. Listen, it's there. They could complete this ball, but again, just not on the same page.
He'll hand it off. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
I've always been a big believer that you build defenses front to back and inside out. There is nowhere to go in the middle of this field right now. They're doing a great job of not allowing that offensive line to gain traction at the line of scrimmage. It's a beautiful stop right there. Really nowhere to go in the middle.
He's got it right near the end zone. Stopped short of the touchdown, but the offense is set up now 1st and goal.
That is a big conversion on 3rd down, in particular in this area of the field. It looked like that defense was going to force a field goal opportunity. Now you're set up with 1st and goal. You got to punch this one into the end zone. Pay off that nice 3rd down conversion.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
That's great execution from this offense, and now just an extra point away from tying this one up going into half. That is a great job, and now a new outlook in this game. Likely tied up at halftime. They'll kick it away to start the 2nd half. Defense has got to get a stop.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the 1st half clock. Scanning the field, it's Washington. A deep shot to the left side. Aggressive call, a deep shot on 1st down, but incomplete.
This is just solid coverage in the back end, and they told us that they were going to be aware of these deep shots. They knew that they were going to get some aggressive calls from this offense, and here it shows up early in this game. But again, the coverage is sound, and what I love about it is their ability to track these routes deep down the field. Try to take a shot, and the coverage is there.
Now Maryland will spend their 2nd timeout. They still have one more in their pocket for the rest of the half. So ball in the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense. Receiver in motion now. Try to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Moves out of the pocket. He's going to take off here. He'll step out of bounds. Defense keeps that to a very short gain.
This This is exactly how you draw it up as a quarterback coach. You've got your guy out there, and he's going to take off. And listen, you've got to pick up first downs with your legs at some point, maybe 2 to 4 during the course of the game. But here's the best part is that he doesn't take an unnecessary hit. Once he gets the line to gain, he just steps out of bounds. That's A++ on the grade sheet on Sunday when you're watching the film.
Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You quarterbacks out there, when you're throwing the football down the field, you cannot let your eyes track the ball. You've got to keep your eyes on the target. Like shooting a three-pointer, you keep your eyes on the rim. If you keep your eyes on the target, that ball is going to fall perfectly into place. A lot of times when your eyes go up, you tend to overthrow it like we see here.
So second down after the incompletion. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. Now the Terps will call their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got remaining here in the first half. So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. To the air, it's Washington. He's looking deep here. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
You know, it's great if you hit these shots down the field early in the game, but they really serve 2 purposes. One, yes, you're trying to connect. But 2, you're also keeping the defense honest. They cannot inch up near the line of scrimmage.
Going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
That is a poor decision by this quarterback. That's not the matchup that you want. The coverage is tight. Really should have been intercepted. I think the quarterback got away with that one. Sigh of relief from that offensive coordinator that that's not a turnover.
Brought down short of the marker. That's going to set up a 4th and 2. So that wraps up a wild first half. We'll take a couple of deep breaths here, take a break, and be back for the second half soon. The Noles will kick it deep to begin the second half. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Merrill offense back on the field. Trying to get something going early here in the second half and jump on top. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete that time. Just out of reach of the receiver.
Chris, quarterback play is all about rhythm, and here I just feel like his footwork is too quick and he's rushing it. When you rush it, you tend to overthrow it. You tend to throw it past these wide receivers, and you're trying to throw it down the field. He's got to calm down in the pocket and really get that rhythm back.
Got him opening here. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. And then first down, right back to the running game. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Well, the key to third down success is being good on first down. And here the defense does a great job on first down of bowing up and stopping the run. And that's the key to this thing. If you can create long yardage situations, now they have to throw the football, and that pass rush can start getting after it.
And he goes out of bounds, but the ball's now near midfield.
Chris, our conversation with this defensive group was all about being physical, and they told us that when the quarterback runs, they have to contact him. Well, they're allowing him to just run out of bounds right here. This is clearly not part of the game plan. They need to be more physical when this guy leaves the pocket.
Caught over the middle. It's Williams. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion. Defense all over that first down throw. A short gain makes it 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's Washington. Looking for his big tight end. Caught. He's wide open. Look out. They finally tackle him, but all the way down to the 20-yard line. The Terrapins line up on 1st and 10 now. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. On the move now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
When you talk with quarterbacks, and in particular quarterback coaches, coordinators, play callers, they'll tell you that the mark of a great player at this position is a guy that can pick up 2 to 4 first downs with his legs. Sometimes it's not always going to be a quarterback run designed by the play, but the ability to improvise, get on the outside, and move those chains.
Touchdown, Maryland. And that will give them the lead now.
I always talk about vision and patience from a running back, but there's also this other trait that you've got to have to be a great player, and that's a nose for the end zone. And here he's able to take the football, and he finds the goal line, and he puts it across. Beautiful job. This is why this guy is one of the best players in America.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out, it's Singleton. Tackle at the 13, not great field position to start the drive. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Delivers quickly to the left side. Oh, he makes the catch. And that gain enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48.
That's a good find by the quarterback. These early first downs within the series, they're so important to establish momentum. And now you've got to take that momentum and carry it with you. Try to get this ball down the field and go get points on this series.
To throw, it's Daniels. He escapes the pocket. On the run here, lets it go. And it's incomplete, just out of reach. A little too much on that throw.
Just not quite on the same page. There are some days you get to the park and it's just not working, and this is just an incompletion that I can't explain.
2nd and 10 now from the 48 after that incompletion. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Running back grabs it on the screen, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, I think it's very difficult to run a screen pass into man coverage because this defender is just keying on the running back the entire time, so he's at the catch point when the ball arrives. It's a good defensive call, there's no doubt, but I think that they need to audible out of this play once they see man coverage.
Looking to throw again. Moves out of the pocket. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
What a great job by this pass rush. On 3rd down, they're able to get pressure on the quarterback and contact him as he throws. That contact, it produces an incompletion. Now it's 4th down.
And the Noles will look to convert here on 4th down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the 1st down. Oh, and he's in the clear now. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark it right at the 30.
What a great conversion, and they pay off that gutsy call from their head coach to go for it on 4th down. In the pocket, the quarterback needs to pick a matchup and then be on time with the ball. The wide receiver is able to get past the sticks before he turns, and it's a completion and a 1st down.
Deep shot toward the end zone. It is intercepted. Oh, he's bringing it back. They finally tackle him, but what a tremendous play. The pick and then that return.
He's just been off all day, Chris, and he hasn't been able to recover from these mistakes in these early turnovers and now multiple turnovers on the day. Again, I've always said, true mark of a quarterback, how do you respond to mistakes? And today, he just has not responded well.
Oh, it's picked off. What a play. He'll run out of bounds, but a crucial interception here in a tight game.
Incredible response by this defense, Chris. You come out right in the sudden change situation. The offense turns it over, you're on the wheel, and you get the ball right back to that offense. Now it's incumbent on them to actually put that turnover behind them and move the ball down the field.
Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Catch made on the right side. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
I really like the mindset of this quarterback. Take what the defense gives. You don't have to press the ball down the field all the time.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to the 8.
Oh, that's a really good job by the defense. Being gap sound, there's nowhere to go for this running back because of the fundamental football being played on the opposite side. This defense is where they need to be, and then they're making the tackle. Really good job defensively.
Here's the handoff. They make the stop, and that's going to bring the third quarter to an end. Maryland has the lead now. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game stats before we move on. So who's going to pick up the W as we begin the final quarter of play? So here we go. Down 1 score. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Running out of time in the pocket. Touchdown, Modes. Great catch when they desperately needed it. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Maryland offense is back out on the field now. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. The pass rush closing in. He's got a receiver wide open here. Solid game. They'll spot him out at the 35.
You cannot have a breakdown like that in coverage in this situation. You can't give up points on this drive, and this secondary has got to lock it up a little bit here. They've got to communicate better and see these route structures as they appear.
Got the first down and still motoring. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. And the Terrapins come to the line looking to crank up the tempo.
Chris, there are some players that when they have the ball in their hands, they just hate to be...
Now here he goes. He's in the clear. Touchdown, Terrapins. They jump on top now here in the 4th. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. Fights off a defender. And the broken tackle there produces a solid game. Here comes the up-tempo offense.
You know, Chris, one of the things we don't talk about enough In quarterback play is the decision-making in the run game. And here in the RPO, he makes a great read. He's not throwing the football. It doesn't go on his stat sheet, but he hands the football off on a beautiful read, and it's a nice, productive game for this offense.
Dropping back, it's Daniels. Looking to scramble. Oh, and he fumbles. And the ball rolls out of bounds. They'll keep possession, but it's short of a first down.
Chris, I can attest to this. As a quarterback, sometimes you're just trying to get out of bounds as quickly as you possibly can, and because of that, you're not thinking about ball security. Here, the ball pops loose, but lucky for him, it just goes out of bounds.
Third down and inches. Who is going to win this battle in the trenches? Looking to pick up the first down through the air. On the move now. Looking to scoop. It's a fumble. The defense scoops it up. Now he's got open space. Break. Here he goes. Touchdown, Maryland. A scoop and score. And this place is going crazy. So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. Looks left and finds his target there. Heads out of bounds after a solid game.
Nice completion for a first down, but in a two-possession game, they've got to get going. I've always thought you've got to set a time limit for yourself. They need to score by about 155 if they feel like they're going to come back in this game.
That's caught. It's Robinson. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice game. They're getting closer to the 50. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Looking to throw. It's Daniels. Grabbed by the receiver. And he goes out right near the 45-yard line.
That is a perfect start to this drive for this quarterback. He's 3 for 3, and now he needs to start locating those wide receivers that are down the field. Find the seams in this defense and push it into scoring territory.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He'll throw it now. Wide open downfield. They make the tackle, but this offense now in scoring position. First down to the 32. The Seminoles come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
You need a second possession, so you got to go for broke. This ball has got to be thrown aggressively down the field. It needs to get into the end zone quickly.
So the misfire in first down makes it 2nd and 10 from the 32. Back to throw again. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They bring him down at the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a first down. Timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And they spend the timeout now after gaining the first down. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Could take it all the way. He could go. They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick and return. Here comes the first play of this drive. They're set up at their own 48. Working clock with the ground game. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
What a great feeling it is. You're on the field, run the clock out, headed towards a victory. This group has been outstanding all day long. Big credit to that offensive line. I feel like they've been good in pass protection, and here showing they can be good in the run game as well.
To the air, it's Washington. Looking deep downfield with the left. Makes the catch inside the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Terrapins. Way too much speed in that play.
It's so difficult to stop this group. They are so good, and now a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This one seems like it's over.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. First down. Looking to throw the football. And it's caught off the deflection. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32. And FSU will now spend their second timeout now. Trying to get points here before the half.
It's a great start to this drive, and there's a lot of time left here. The clock stops when the ball goes out of bounds. The clock stops when you get a first down. No reason to panic. You just got to operate your offense.
First down, looking to throw the ball. He escapes the pocket. It's picked off again, the fourth for this QB today. And the defense is going to win this game, crushing any chance of a comeback. Now they can secure the W by just kneeling down. Here comes the Maryland offense back on the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Looking for his big tight end. Diving grab. What a play by that receiver. The Terrapins looking to cash in this red zone trip. To throw, it's Washington. Here's a quick screen to the receiver. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. A quick throw to the flat. It's a screen. Tackled at the 8 after the completion. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. We'll give it to the running back. Fourth down. No punt. Out of field goal range. They're going for it. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Touchdown, Maryland. They go to the air to reach the end zone.
Just been a dominant day from this group, and now a big lead here in the second half. It's so difficult to stop this offense. Their defense has played well, and that's led to this huge lead.
And the extra point was up and good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. They lose 3 in that play, so now it's second down and 13. Important play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Moves out of the pocket. Looks like he's going to run it. He's got enough for the first down and still going. He's got some space. Look out. He goes out of bounds, but a big chunk play moves the ball near the 50. And that will wrap up our coverage. Hope you enjoyed the game. For Joel Klatt and Holly Rowe, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.